If you have had more than 5 migraines this year, I need you to hear something that nobody has told you. Your migraine is not a malfunction. It is not random bad luck. And it is not just something that you have to live with. Your migraine is a message, a very specific, a very urgent message from your body. And every time you reach for a painkiller and shut that message down, your body has no choice but to send it again, louder, harder, more often. Does it sound familiar? Today, I'm going to decode that message for you. In the next 10 minutes, I will show you 4 root causes of recurring migraines that conventional medicine almost never investigates. And I will show you how, in 40 years of my practice, I have helped patients break free from the migraine cycle, not by suppressing the pain, but by listening to what the pain was trying to say in the first place. Let me show you something. This is what I call the migraine trap. And chances are you have been living inside it for years. It looks like this. Something triggers your migraine, stress, a food, hormonal changes, lack of sleep. The pain arrives. You take a painkiller. Maybe lie in the dark room for hours. The pain eventually subsides. You feel relieved. And then again, a few days later, a few weeks later, it happens again and again. The same cycle, the same triggers, and the pain trigger follows over and over. Are you prepared to accept this? Now, here is what your doctor probably hasn't told you. Not because they are hiding anything from you, but because the system they were trained in doesn't teach them to think this way. This cycle isn't falling in place because the medication is wrong. The cycle is failing to address the root cause. It is failing to answer the question, what is wrong? Conventional migraine treatment asks, how do I stop this pain? That's a valid question, but it is the wrong first question. The right first question is, why is my body creating this pain? What is it trying to tell me? What is the intelligence behind this signal? When you shift from the first question to the second, everything changes. The migraine stops being your enemy. It becomes your teacher. So let's go beneath the surface. Let me show you the 4 root causes that I found in 40 years of treating many patients of migraine to be responsible for nearly every case of recurring chronic migraine. The 4 root causes that can change your life. Root cause number 1, and this will surprise many of you. Your migraine may be starting not in your head, but in your gut. Yes, modern research is now confirming that what ancient medicines had narrated thousands of years back. There is a direct physical neurological highway connecting your gut to your brain. It is called the gut axis. And when your gut is inflamed, toxic, or imbalanced, it sends distress signals straight up that highway into your brain. In my clinic, when a patient comes to me with chronic migraine, one of the first things I investigate is their digestive health. Are they eating foods that create silent inflammation, processed foods, refined sugars, excess caffeine, artificial additives? These are not just unhealthy choices. They are biochemical triggers. They disrupt your gut microbiome, increase inflammatory markers, and lower your migraine threshold. Your brain doesn't just decide to create a migraine. It is responding to information it is receiving from below. I had a patient, a woman in her 40s, who had been suffering from migraines twice a week for years. And she had tried every preventive medication available. When she came to me, the first thing we did was to remove the inflammatory foods. We introduced a specific healing diet designed to restore her digestive balance. We supported her gut health with targeted natural remedies. Within 6 weeks, yes, 6 weeks, her migraines dropped from twice a week to twice a month. And within 4 months, they actually stopped. Root cause number 2, and this is something that Western medicine has no framework for, which is why it gets completely missed. Your body has an energy system, a network of channels called meridians through which vital energy flows. This isn't mystical thinking. Acupuncture has been validated by decades of clinical research and is now recommended by major medical organizations worldwide. It is here for not only pain management, but for eliminating the root causes of your migraine. In acupuncture, there is something known as the GB meridian, which directly runs through the temple area where most migraines concentrate. When this meridian is blocked, through tension, emotional stress, lack of decision-making potentials, the energy stagnates. And that stagnation manifests as throbbing. You will soon realize when you ask migraine patients, is it difficult for you to take decisions? And you'll be surprised by the answers. It is that conflict that leads to the pulsating pains in their temples, which is very rapidly labeled as migraine, and they are subjected to the pain relief pill. Your migraine is showing you the precise cause, the pathogenesis, how it is developing in the first place. So when we use acupuncture and auriculotherapy, precise stimulation of energy points in the body and the ear, to clear these blockages, the results can be remarkable. I've had patients feel their migraine dissolve during the session itself. And in a few sessions, their resilience is far better. The blocked meridian is the cause of your pain many times. And once the cause is addressed, the signal is no longer needed. Root cause number 3, and this is also not discussed very frequently because it is not available in the standard textbooks. In so many years of my practice, I have noticed a pattern which is so consistent that I can almost predict it. Disproportionate number of chronic migraine sufferers share certain emotional profiles. They are high achievers who push through pain rather than pause. They are people pleasers who absorb the stress of others while suppressing their own need. They carry unprocessed grief, resentment, or anxiety that has been buried so deep that it has no conscious outlet. And so the body creates one, the outlet by way of pain. The migraine becomes the only socially acceptable way for the subconscious mind to say, stop, I need you to stop. That is why mind therapy, with all its different protocols or with all the guided subconscious work, is not a luxury add-on in our migraine treatments. It is foundational. When we help a patient release the emotional patterns that are driving their migraines, the results go beyond headache relief. They sleep better, their relationships improve, their creativity returns, because the migraine was never just a headache. It was the body's last resort to get your attention. And when you finally give it the attention, it doesn't need to shout anymore. Root cause number 4, and this one is the most empowering one, the lifestyle debt. Think of it this way. Your body has a migraine threshold, a line when everything is balanced: sleep, hydration, breathing, movement, stress management. That line sits high. It takes a very strong trigger to push you over it. And when you accumulate lifestyle debt, chronic sleep deprivation, dehydration, sedentary patterns, shallow chest breathing, endless screen time, the threshold drops lower and lower until eventually almost anything triggers a migraine. In my practice, I teach my patients specific techniques to raise that threshold back up. Breath tech, a structured breathing protocol that resets your nervous system from fight or flight to rest and repair. Sleep tech, because how you sleep is very important, more than the medicine you take. Sleep is medicine. And when you combine this with meridian exercises, gentle movements that keep your energy pathways open and flowing, you can almost ensure a rapid healing process. So none of these alone might be causing your migraine, but together, a compromised gut, blocked energy pathways, unresolved emotional patterns, accumulated lifestyle debt, they create a perfect storm. And no painkiller, no matter how advanced, can calm a storm it doesn't understand. Migraine is not a life-threatening disease, but definitely a life-compromising disease. Many of my patients who had suffered for years and years vouch about the efficacy of this approach. And all patients suffering from migraine who wish to be free, then Freedom Clinics has the answer. The solution is there in front of you. Natural, permanent results without any side effects, without any complications. Migraines need not end up into a lifelong suffering. Be free from this suffering. Freedom from migraine is one of our signature programs at Freedom Clinics.
If you find this video useful, please share, please subscribe, please like our channel so that others can also benefit from this information.
You can check out all the other videos that have already been posted. Thank you.